Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we are finally taking a look at Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. First of all, welcome to my new recording studio. Welcome to my first review in this new studio. How do you like it? Let me know in the comments down below because I'm really excited to hear what you have to say about this. Do you like it or not? The most important change, I now have Funkos behind me. And my posters aren't in an equal wall. It's more in a crowded space, in a curved space. So I like it. I like it. The audio may not be that perfect. I am doing what I can right here, but it's not enough. The room is a little echoey. And the case, why is that the case? Well, I had 6 of those noise cancellation things. I could only take 2 because I stuck the other 4 to my wall and they won't come off, so I have to buy new ones. I haven't done that yet, so I'm very sorry. I will do that, but for now you just have to live with this audio. But today we are talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and it's the new MCU movie, it's the new Marvel movie, and of course with a new Marvel movie comes a lot of hype, and I have been a week late with this review, so that's actually quite bad for me, but instead let's just talk about that and how I reviewed this movie. I have already seen it 3 times because this review is so late, so I am going to give my full review for this and not my first impression review. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's just start. And I gotta say, the movie, it's good. But you have said everything with it's good. And I mean that because every usual Marvel movie that we watch, it's usually pretty good and pretty solid. This one is exceptionally solid, but it's just pretty good. And I don't know if this got anything to do with the fan expectations or just with the expectations of the movie or just how the movie is set up, because I don't feel anything more than, yeah, this was pretty solid, this was pretty good, but it's not that little bit more. With Marvel, you usually see something more because we have this fan reception for these movies that give us an extra feeling of emotion for these. We don't say that the movie is particularly better, but we all have that emotional thing, and that one was missing from this. And part of that has to do with the writing of the movie, because the script is pretty wacky sometimes. Obviously, this movie is called The Multiverse of Madness or The Multiverse of Madness, but we only see like 2 full-fledged universes in this, and of course, it doesn't need to be universe after universe after universe, but we only saw 2, so it's like the other universe with a lot of madness. And that is something that I was hoping that we could see more of, and more distinguished styles. We saw a lot of Stranges which I liked, and they did a great job with Wanda because she is a Nexus being, so she is the same in every universe, and they melted on, and they took credit of that, and it was great how they portrayed her as this equal character in every universe, and how they used her in the main universe as the Scarlet Witch. It was great, and they did a great job about that. So the writing doesn't really concern Wanda, but just the amount of universes and what they did with the Multiverse of Madness. And I'm not talking about the cameos, because the fan cameos, they were gigantic. They were going from Tom Cruise as the superior Iron Man to Deadpool to even the Fantastic Four of 2005, and other things. I mean, like every single Marvel character ever made was going to appear in this movie. We would have a Wolverine, we would have Spider-Man from Sam Raimi, because Sam Raimi is a director and Spider-Man is probably in there. So yeah, there were a lot of fan expectations, and the cameos, well, they were pretty solid. I liked the cameos, but I also liked that they weren't as big as everyone thought they would be. This movie wasn't filled with cameos. This movie only had 6 of them, and each and every single one of them was relevant to the plot, not just a cameo to cameo, which the fans wanted, obviously. So I was very happy with that choice because it really helps the movie going forward. Another thing that I really liked about these cameos is the way they chose them, because obviously they showed a lot of the cameos already in the trailers. 2 of them were not seen in any trailers, or 2 of them were a real surprise, and one of them was like a big gasping fan moment, so that is great. But what they chose to do in the writing with these cameos is pretty ballsy, and I gotta give Marvel credit for doing something like that, because, well, that was intense and I never saw that coming. And I have to keep this pretty vague because this is a spoiler-free review, but the cameos, they are big in a certain way for the story, but they are not big at all, if you know what I mean. And some of these characters, well, they were done dirty in a way that we didn't see anything of them. Others were quite okay, so I really like those things, but they weren't anything much else than just to showcase the power of Wanda and the power of other beings in this universe. So I don't know, the cameos were nice, but I kind of hoped we could get a little bit more of them than just showcasing the powerhouse that are other characters, because we were dealing with some of the smartest and strongest characters as the cameos, and they were gone in a second. And that is part of the story being a little bit wacky. I mean, the universes in the multiverse, it wasn't as madness as we thought it would be. The cameos were very nice and very ballsy, but they did them a little bit dirty. It was more like a Wanda America story than a Doctor Strange story, which is also sad, but Doctor Strange got the best moments out of the movie, so still a good Doctor Strange movie. Other things is that the script is just pretty damn wacky sometimes. I mean, there are multiple occasions where the characters are just saying what they are doing instead of just doing them, and the audience knows already what they are trying to tell you without saying it, but still the movie chooses to start killing somebody and then have that character say, "Oh no, you're killing me." Or one of Wanda's phrases in this movie is, it's pretty bad. It's, "I am not a monster, I am a mother." Wanda, you created your children using magic. That's what every mother does. Those are pretty weird. And those are another category, because those were just weird, silly sentences. And then we have the, "Oh no, you're killing me," and the most popular, most cringeworthy, "I am going to pull you from under the rubble so the spell might break." Yeah, we got that before you said it. So yeah, the movie, it's pretty damn solid, and it's really a fun watch to have. I watched it 3 times. I think that is enough, but I enjoyed watching it those 3 times, all of them. There are pretty damn good action sequences. The CGI is pretty damn solid. It's not the best, but No Way Home wasn't really the best either. It was just solid, and I like the action sequences, especially the action sequence involving music. That one was awesome. I really loved that. The post-credit scene is also very nice. The second one, I haven't laughed so hard in ages. So this movie, even though it has its flaws, it's still a pretty damn good movie, and I still pretty much liked almost everything about it, except for some elements in the script and some of the ways they handled certain characters. America Chavez is a really fun character, and I really liked seeing her on screen, but I wish that we could just see more of her as a heroine, or just as this multiversal traveler, instead of just being the kid who screams a lot. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a pretty damn solid movie. It has its flaws, but it's still a fun watch that you should definitely check out. I'm going to give this movie 781 out of 1,000, or 7.8 out of 10. How many times have you seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, welcome to my new studio, and goodbye.